Alright, so I shot a couple squirrels yesterday. I'm going to show you how I like cooking them. It's my favorite way. So what I got here is just my favorite batter for fish batter here. You can use whatever brand you want, but mine's Fry Crisp. It's one of my favorites. So we're going to start by getting this mixed up first. I got a bowl here, just a fork to mix the batter up. I only got 2 squirrels here, so I won't need a whole lot. About a cup probably is good. So now let's head to the sink and let's get some water in there. Alright, so when you're mixing this batter up, you can just use water or you can use beer. So I just got water here. I'm going to use about just medium warm water. Doesn't need to be cold or warm. Add a little bit. Just start by mixing it up. And you'll just add however much you want to get however thick you want it or thin you want it. I like my batter a little bit thicker. And if you add too much water, you can always add a little bit extra batter if you get it too thin. See, there's quite a few chunks in there still. I'm going to add a little bit more water. Mix it up. This is how I like mine. It's a little bit thicker, but that's pretty good. So let's go move on and get the squirrels ready. So when I cook my squirrels, I like to cut the meat off the bones. So then you got a boneless meat and it takes a lot quicker to cook them. So I just got a fillet knife here. You can use whatever you want. I'm going to start on the back foot, make a slice right against the back here and go all the way to the bone. Do it on the other side. Go all the way to the bone. Now when you hit the bone, you just lift up, follow that bone, and I'll cut it off right about there, right before all these tendons here. That's a good chunk of meat. We'll throw that in the batter. Now on this side, I'll just go up to the kneecap here, and then that's your second chunk from your back leg. Now you'll get the back strap here. So first you want to do is cut this belly meat off. So I just grab it, start cutting it, go right up against the back until you hit the ribs. When you hit the ribs, you'll have your meat right here. So you'll go right up where you just hit the ribs, cut straight down. Then you'll just turn your knife and follow those ribs back to right where you hit the bone there. So you'll hit another bone, you'll just cut that straight down. Then you got another chunk there. For the front legs, you don't get a lot of meat off them. So I just take the back piece right here. So again, just cut straight in when you hit the bone. Follow that bone up. Right up to the kneecap. That's another chunk. I'm going to do the same to this other side. Slice the back leg again. Follow the bone up. Right up to the tendons. And on this side, you'll follow it up to the kneecap. Now for the back again, cut this flap off, the belly flap, all the way up to the rib cage. Slice down, follow the ribs back, and then the front foot again. Just the back sections was what I cut off on that. So just got my meat in there. I'm going to move on, get the second squirrel done and all cut up and put in my batter and we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so I got all my squirrels cut up here. So we're going to move on. I got my pan here. I just got like a smaller size pan. I don't need much for this amount of squirrel. For oil, I use canola oil. You can use whatever kind of oil you want. I just put enough in here to fill the bottom with probably about an 1/8 inch thick amount of oil. You don't need a lot. Then I'll turn my oven on, about medium. We'll let that warm up. While you let that warm up, you can stir this up, and you got to make sure you get all the batter spread around on your squirrel meat. So when that's hot, all hot and ready to go, we'll get those fried up. Alright, so my oil's hot enough here, and if you want to test that out, you can just take a little bit of your batter, sprinkle it in there. You can see it's sizzling pretty good. So now let's just start by taking your squirrel, laying it in the pan. So I'll just get them all in here. And then you'll let these cook. You want to slow cook them. You don't want to cook them real fast so you burn them. So you don't burn them or you don't fully cook them through. You want to cook them nice and slow so you make sure you get squirrel cooked all the way through. Because if you cook it too fast, it won't be cooked in the middle, and you don't want to eat raw squirrel. So I'll just get all those on the pan, and I'll come back to you when they're ready to flip. Alright, so this squirrel's getting ready here to flip. You can tell they're ready to flip because the side is starting to get brown pretty good. So just flip them, get the other side cooked, and when that side's brown, they're all done. Alright, so I finished the squirrel here. So let's go ahead and give it a try. Go ahead and try one of the back straps here. Really good. By far my favorite way to cook squirrel. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try. If you do, leave in the comments if you like it or not. And if you want to see any other cooking videos, leave a comment too about that and what else you might want me to cook next. But hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.